Time fades, but these words remain, fragments of souls etched into history. The words of 10 Japanese legends.
なせばなる、なさねばならぬ何事も、ならぬは人のなさぬなりけり。上杉鷹山。
Where there is a will, there is a way. If something is not done, it is because someone did not do it. Uesugi Yozan was a brilliant lord of the Yonezawa domain during the mid-Edo period, famous for reviving his territory from the brink of bankruptcy. His words mean that any goal can be achieved with a strong will and action. It is said that U.S. President John F. Kennedy named Yozan as the Japanese person he respected the most. To save his domain, Yozan led by example, drastically cutting his own expenses and living a simple life to regain the trust of his people.
面白きこともなきよう面白く。高杉晋作。
Make the world that is not interesting, interesting. Takasugi Shinsaku was a revolutionary of the Choshu domain and the founder of the Kiheitai, a militia open to all social classes. Known as an early blooming genius, he blazed through the end of the samurai era before passing away at only 27. This quote means that whether life is interesting or not depends entirely on one's own mind. It is considered his deathbed poem, composed just before he passed away. Looking at Shinsaku's life from the outside, it was incredibly reckless and wild, yet seemingly filled with a deep sense of fulfillment, truly an interesting life. It is as if his very existence was the ultimate embodiment of these words.
夢なき者に理想なし。理想なき者に計画なし。計画なき者に実行なし。実行なき者に成功なし。故に成功を欲する者はまず夢を抱くべし。吉田松陰。
Those without dreams have no ideals. Those without ideals have no plans. Those without plans have no action. Those without action have no success. Therefore, those who desire success must first have a dream. Yoshida Shoin was a legendary educator who raised the main players of the Meiji Restoration, such as Takasugi Shinsaku and Ito Hirobumi. He taught that success is a logical process, starting with a dream. He valued action above all. Even when imprisoned for attempting to sneak onto a black ship from the US, he continued to lecture his fellow inmates, showing his unwavering passion for education until the very end.
花は盛りに、月はくまなきをのみ見るものかは。吉田健子。
Are we to look at cherry blossoms only in full bloom, and the moon only when it is cloudless? Yoshida Kenko was a monk, and the author of Tsure Suregusa, Essays in Idleness. He questioned the obsession with perfection, arguing that there is deep beauty in falling petals, hidden moons, and buds yet to bloom. This sentence captures the essence of wabi-sabi, the Japanese aesthetic that finds beauty in the imperfect, the transient, and the incomplete.
己を尽くし、人を咎めず、我が誠の足らざるを尋ぬべし。西郷隆盛。
Do your utmost and do not blame others. Look within yourself to see if your own sincerity was lacking. Saigo Takamori was a leading figure in the Meiji Restoration, often called the Last Samurai. His quote emphasizes doing one's duty to the fullest, without blaming others for failures. Despite his high status in the government, he lived a remarkably modest life, often seen walking in the rain without shoes, remaining true to his motto, respect heaven, love people.
人の一生は重荷を負うて遠き道を行くがごとし、急ぐべからず。徳川家康。
Life is like walking a long distance with a heavy load. Do not hurry. Tokugawa Ieyasu was the founder of the Edo shogunate, which brought over 260 years of peace to Japan. Having spent much of his youth as a hostage under other lords, he learned the power of patience. His words reflect his life philosophy, that life is a long journey of endurance, and true success comes from moving forward steadily, one step at a time, without rushing.
是非に及ばず織田信長
Reason matters no longer. Fate is upon us. Oda Nobunaga was the great unifier of Japan, known for his revolutionary tactics and destruction of old traditions. These were reportedly his final words during the Honnoji incident, when he was betrayed by his general, Akechi Mitsuhide. Instead of arguing about the betrayal or seeking excuses, he accepted the reality of his fate instantly and faced his death with composure.
我ことにおいて後悔をせず宮本武蔵
I never regret what I have done. Miyamoto Musashi was a legendary swordsman who is said to have remained undefeated in over 60 duels. This quote comes from the Dokodo, a set of principles he wrote just before his death. In a world where a single mistake meant death, Musashi lived with the absolute resolve to take full responsibility for every decision he made, leaving no room for regret.
道徳なき経済は罪悪であり、経済なき道徳は寝言である。二宮尊徳
Economy without morality is a crime. Morality without economy is but a dream. Ninomiya Sontoku was an agricultural reformer famous for the statue of a boy reading while carrying firewood. He revived over 600 villages by balancing ethical labor with practical economic systems. He believed that seeking profit without a moral compass is harmful, but also that high ideals mean nothing if they cannot provide a practical livelihood.
人は城、人は石垣、人は堀、情けは味方、仇は敵なり。武田信玄
People are the castle, the stone walls, and the moats. Compassion makes allies, while resentment creates enemies. Takeda Shingen was a powerful daimyo known for leading the strongest cavalry in the Sengoku period. Interestingly, he never built a massive stone castle for himself. He believed that the loyalty and trust of his people were a far stronger defense than any fortification. To him, the strength of a nation lay in the hearts of its people and the quality of their leadership. The words left behind by those who lived through the chaos of the Sengoku period and those who forged an era of peace. How do their philosophies, spun from the heart of turbulent history, resonate within us today? Was there a particular phrase that touched your heart today? If you would like, please share your special word with us in the comments. Until next time.